Aloha and welcome to Coco Joy channel. I'm Monica and today is Meditation Monday. Well, once again it's in the evening time because after a long day, I sure need my meditation. And that's the great thing about meditation. It's not like a certain time or a certain day or certain things that we need to focus on. It's really, I call it Meditation Monday because it gives you the time to remind you about you. And by doing that, meditation is really takes you to your space, your surrounding, and your way of feeling this sometimes that we feel like right now. Because, the thing is that we have 24 hours a day, and let's say you minus the 7, right? For sleeping. Then you're left at 20 hours or so. And then within that 20 hours, obviously, we do work. Some people use that capacity of that 20 hours, and some people just use maybe 8 of that capacity of their work time. Or some people may just use 15. It's really how much you really want to put into your everyday life. And the same thing goes with meditation. And so for me, when I go to town, I put my schedule so it'll be really productive to back to back to back. And, like today I went from one doctor's office, went to go get my crystal done and guess who's in town is Ensa Inoue. So I haven't seen him for over, 10 years? I don't know. But we were talking about it today and we were saying, so he makes these beautiful bracelets and things like that. And I didn't want him to feel like, why am I not wearing any bracelet? And it all depends on how people really do and practice. And for me is, I don't wear any bracelet or any jewelry in my hand when I do my healing work. Why? It's because it's really about bringing in the pure in and the pure out. And when I say that is, you're there as a healer. And so what I was taught by my sensei, my teachers, my mentors, is really you're going in with a clean blade to cut open into the source. And when you do that, it's really good to be empty-handed. It's just like when we do meditation, some of us pray and put our hands together because don't forget, these are our really actual tools that we can use to bring in many different energies within us. So the thing is that people, especially people that are highly sensitive, we really, our energy is very, very high on antenna per se. And so when we do that, and I just went through when we go in and when we heal, we want to cut through with nothing of no attachment. And when we bring it back into ourselves, we also don't want that kind of energy or attachment. It has really nothing to do with that person, or it's just the way I was taught as being a yogini and as well as a HSP person, as well as a healer. And we go through these things when you literally go to, let's say, to a Buddhist monk or priest, or, it's not all that thing is because they want to bring in that peacefulness as what our job or our, per se, our job or our wisdom of things that we learn from the sources. The sources comes into us with many different kind of entities of information. And, sometimes when we work as a medium, we have to open up that channel. And, certain things that I wear, such as these things, like for this has a long history, and you can look at it on my YouTube channel when I, went to go pick this up. But anyways, right now, what I'm requesting is he's making this great, beautiful bracelet, not bracelet, but an anklet for me, because one thing, and if you look at some of these, people that you can actually Google them, and what they will say is that your left Achilles heels or your left leg, this you need to always make sure that you protect it no matter what, because you need to be rooted, you need to be grounded, and that's the one that really gives you that energy, that Sir energy, if you understand what I mean. That's a whole different subject, and I don't want to go there. And so really, it's understanding what you feel that will bring you that energy and what you do, because everyone is different. I have crystals back there that has many different meanings and why I bought it and stuff like that, because that's the energy. That's the energy that you want to bring in, that you want to attract by using certain tools that we've been given, And so really at the end of the day, I always things that I always remember is your smile, right? Your smile is really, truly your logo. And your personality is really your business card that you want to really shine that goodness, And so how you leave, let's say, others feeling after having an experience with you becomes really, truly your trademark. And so, like this month is, starting in the holiday season and stuff like that, people are starting to find out that I'm back here in Hawaii. And so is my friends and colleagues and people that's from Japan that goes way back, like way super back. Like they've been the VIP guests of, that comes in. And so I've been busy with them as well too. And so it's really thinking of how, like I say, is how you want to attract things into your life, how you want to make sure that how you treat people is the way people will treat you. And that's how meditation really works to make and silence the mind, because we are our own worst critic. Because we always, we don't want to confront certain things that we know we should improve. Where there's always, I always say, there's always room for improvement, because if we don't, we're going to end up not knowing. And we're going to second guess yourself by thinking that everybody's going to understand what you're talking and yelling and screaming about. I mean, for me, it may not look like it, but thank God I was able to stay back here in Hawaii, really concentrate, really focus, and really bring back that energy of Kokojor, and really waking up my crew out in Japan. I think I'm so for me it's really adjusting my time as well as everyone's schedules. So really, Kokojor is working around the clock, and thank God also for technology where, things can come in hand, because we are all moving through this whole entire changes, and it's only going to get stronger, and a lot to do with the truth, the lies, and how we're all going to judge one another. And so that's the critical point, because we were so over judgmental back 3 years ago when COVID came out and everybody wanted to be the Karen and everybody wanted to be the Nancy and the nosy Norman, or, you know, and so all of these energy is going to start to rise, because a lot to do with the medical field, a lot to do with politics, Mother Nature. Look how crazy it's coming. And so a lot of this is going into this spin cycle of things that's happening, whether it has to do with, like I said, drugs or medication, medical. A lot of people just say, you know, enough is enough. Let's go get back to nature. Let's go all natural, you know, or some people say, let's look into alternative ways of looking at things. And so that is the new now, where people are starting to really understand that they have a choice, but they haven't exercised it yet. And that's because we were so busy in this rat race that kept us going and like a hamster, and just kept on going and going and going and going, because of this huge inflation that's happening, along with what happened, you know, the past 3 years. And we're not here to play a broken record. We're not here to play a different time of realizing what is really happening. And so that's why it's so critical to seek really all different kind of information, all different kind of really what kind of person this person is. Is this person, you know, sometimes when people get very, like when a new person comes into work, or when a new person comes into the family, or when a different type of ways of doing management happens, or something different from the norm, people get offended really quickly, really super quickly. Why is that? It's because their monkey mind goes off so quickly that they don't have it time to really rest and marinate it. Stay calm, stay focused, and stay balanced most of all. Because you need that strength of yin and yang into yourself. And that's why I always say, always make sure that you root yourself deep into the ground, because I can't wait to see. And that's the next Meditation Monday that I'm going to be sharing with you on all my crystal finds and my natural, you know, anklet that my good friend Anson. And, you know, the thing is great about him is that even though he was born and raised here in Hawaii, and he's done tremendous thing out in Japan, he is so grounded and so rooted, you know? And so those are the kind of things that I'm talking about, is how we root ourselves into what we want to create, what we want to be centered, and what we want to bring in that energy. Because at the end of the day, those that knows really knows. Those that doesn't know, oh well, just go forward. And that's how it's going to start to work. You know, people has already started their new way of life, their new community, and the new growth of themselves. You know, and it's just so refreshing to go back and talk and see so much of my Japanese, you know, clients and Japanese friends. And why I keep on saying that is because that's my DNA inside of me. And I spent majority of my life being taught by not only educational wise, business wise, but also culturally wise, and most of all, spiritually wise. And so these are the kind of things that I feel very grateful, I feel very passionate about, and I feel that calmness through meditation. And so really, when your heart is set into something and you want to give it your best energy, try out meditation, because it's going to calm the monkey mind down. It's going to, once you do that, it's going to give you much more clarity. So when you touch things, whether it's the crystals or whether it's the beads or whether it's certain natural, organic feel of the earth, whether it's the lily, the soil, the flower, the trees, the bark, you know, all of these things, even the certain things, that nuts that comes down, and certain things, even seeds that comes out that you can, you know, I mean, it's endless. And so really have that clarity and that imagination and that, and most of all, that breath of life. So when you do that, you can open up your sense and open up this chest and your immune system, and most of all, awaken your vagus nerve. Yes, your vagus nerve that takes you all the way from here, all the way down to your base, your chakra, you know, to give you that boost up so you can feel and align and get that burst of energy through your chakra, so you can feel the light when it comes in. And so really, I'm saying it because I have experienced it so many wonderful times. And really, it's through meditation. And it's not something that you can buy. It's not something that you can, you know, it comes from really the inside. When you clear yourself, when you feel that nothing can really stop you. Nothing can really stop you. So don't forget to smile, because why? That smile will take you to another dimension of who you're going to meet, who you're going to be surrounding your energy with, and most of all, your smile is going to be your logo. And don't forget that your personality is going to end up to be your business card, and people always going to remember you. I mean, it's like, it's crazy. So the thing is that you always want to feel that how other treats you, you know, it's really feeling that and experiencing that. And the thing is that once you understand that, oh, because this person is acting stuck up or this person is acting that, you don't give back that energy, because if you give back that energy to them, it becomes a reflection of who you are. So think about what you're doing. Just excuse yourself and say, because you really do have a lot of things to do. It's honestly, it's really the core on how people will really appreciate you. Because sometimes when you knock on a door, they may open, but they may not see, you know? And so the only way to do that is to step back. And they might have much more bigger clarity and much more bigger feel for who you are. Because most of times when things happen, it all causes a stir of, like I said, for example, when something is new comes in, or even when something is so minor, they feel different, you know? And so respect that differentness and just smile and move on, because just go and attract like the moth of and the butterflies and things that attracts to the light. And feel that light, because that light of clarity will give you the sense of what? Purpose. Your ikigai. In Japanese, what my sensei always say, some people may not see your purpose, but in one day they'll see your purpose. And those that see your purpose will always be there to really see who you are and understand your trademark. So smile, take care of who you want to be and attract that light, and really your personality and what you bring into yourself and the surrounding of others. And make sure that you concentrate, meditate, to give that fullness of your heart to serve your purpose, your ikigai. So stay tuned for next week's Meditation Monday. My face is ready to go and take a long hot bath, take out all this makeup that I don't need. And I can finally smell all these beautiful incense in my house. So take care. And once again, aloha. And most of all, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be down at Central Pacific Bank. It's called the Taipo. My first time out there. 21 years. That's what loyalty means. That was the bank that I stayed with for literally 21 plus years. So I'm going to be there, down there in downtown Honolulu. Come check us out from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And this weekend, I'm going to be out. It's the third Saturdays. I'm going to be out at Coco Marina Shopping Center. I think I'm going to be somewhere around Bank of Hawaii and Locomotion, Locomoco, or that tea place. I don't know. Anyways, around that corner, you probably can hear my voice, and come down and check us out. And if you want to sign up for the pet pop-up, Pet Lovers Pop-up, check us out at CocoJoyChannel.com. And most of all, don't forget to like the button, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Aloha!